What is up, guys? It's your boy Kaimar, and today is Prime Day again, so I wanted to talk to you guys about some cool Amazon tech under 50 bucks. Some of these items are items that I have around my office that you guys have been asking for multiple videos. So if you find anything interesting, I am going to leave the links in the description below, but let me get to it so you guys have time to go snatch up these things. So first of all, it's going to be the Govee light strips. I always recommend great lighting because if you want your space to look absolute banger, you need to invest in good lighting. I know Philips hues are good as well, but these Govee light strips, specifically the M1s, these are the ones I use on the back of my desk. The reason I picked these ones is because they have 60 LEDs per meter. That means there's no many gaps in between those LEDs, so they're not gonna show dots when you have your desk close to a wall. Another thing you should think about when you're picking out these lights is whites and warms. Some of these LEDs, if you pick cheaper ones, they might not produce warm, they will produce like a yellow or even like an orangey thing, and whites are not white, are gonna be like purple. So if these matter to you, and dots of course, then pick these ones. And it's been about a year now that I've been using these Govee products and I've never had any issues with them. Personally, I'm buying a few more of those and some rope lights because this is an angle you guys never seen before. So this is what I call the Nightfall project. I am working on this. It's still coming up, a video on the channel about it, but I'm picking lights for this spot. So go check out some lighting to spice up your space. Okay, while I was looking on Amazon, I found this thing called the Mountain Display Pad. It's kind of dope. So if you guys familiar with the Loop Deck and the Stream Deck, where you have like macros that you can launch things very quickly on your desktop or even around your office, this one is gonna be a budget version option of it. So only for 39 bucks, regular price is 69. This thing has 12 customizable tactile display keys that you can customize the logos as well or use the presets that they have on the platform. Now the cool thing about this thing is also brings their own software that you can use, so you don't have to run any code or things like that. So it's going to be within platform and it can support multiple programs and multiple types of code and things of that nature that actually are a lot available online, so you're not going to be lost. If you already thought about it or even already use a Loop Deck or a Stream Deck, this thing is going to be a walk in the park for you. It looks cool and functional, and it comes with its own base, so you don't have to get any separate stand for it. Now if you only like white accents because that's the vibe of your setup, you are going to have to spray paint this ones because they only comes in black. Now back on the topic of lighting, you guys know I'm a big advocate of having a monitor light bar, but the light bars by Halo are very expensive. I'm not gonna lie, $120+ for a light bar is not cheap. So I found this one by Quintus, and you might already see it on Desk Setup Makeover episode 2. So if you haven't yet, go check that video. But this is the bar that I use on my friend's setup. It's super high quality. I was super impressed. Even it has its own dial and wireless button, which is very hard to see in other light bars these days at the level of quality and the amount of brightness. These light bars are a must for me in any setup because they remove a lot of glare from your monitor. Even in daylight, I use these bars because they just remove so much glare from the monitor for me. Now there's a big misconception, people saying that it takes away from the monitors and washes out the image. Not if you angle it properly, in my opinion. So go check it out by Quintus. This one is for 39 bucks. Typically it's around 42 or 50 bucks, but you guys can get it in a much better deal. Next is this magnetic power bank by Anker for iPhone. And if you like having some extra power on the go, but you don't like packing extra power banks or even bulky power banks, this thing is super dope. And this thing is very useful because it has a stand on the back. So you simply prop this up and you can have your phone, either if you want to watch your notifications, you just want to scroll on social media, this thing is dope. You can also just throw it in your pocket, or if you have like an EDC bag, it's not gonna take much room. And for 31 bucks, this thing has a 5,000 power milliamp battery, meaning it can charge your iPhone to full and maybe like full and a half depending on which iPhone you have. Some iPhones you might even be able to charge it twice. Like if you have a 14 or 13, you're gonna charge twice using this thing. If you have a 16 or 15, you might charge once and maybe like extra 20% later. So this thing is really dope, so go check it out if you like to have MagSafe power banks on the go but not super bulky, and it's got a stand on the back. Now let's say that the stand feature just won you over, but the stand is not standing. Check this out. This is by Moft. It's a foldable phone tripod. So this one is all leather and also attaches MagSafe, and it leaves you enough room for you to charge. On the back, it also has room for you to route cables in case you want to have it somewhere close by. But on the go, if you just want to have somewhere that you can prop your phone up, I don't know, maybe you shoot content, or you just want to have maybe a Zoom call, or you just checking out content between your lunch breaks, you can have this thing right in front of you, and it's super dope. Now this one is $31, which is a great deal, but let's just say you want the back of your phone to be a little bit more functional. Now Moft also has this wallet stand and grip option, which is dope if you like to carry a few cards with you, like your main card, maybe you just ID and still have a stand. That's where this comes in. Now this one is for $23 on Prime Day, which is a dope deal, and it has a bunch of colors for you to choose from. Now I know this next item is not tech, but anything that's over engineering, I put it on the tech category. So these are the Stealtho wheels. These are the ones that I use on my Herman Miller, and why I think these wheels are so cool is because one, quality and the way they look, of course, but they don't sit as high as the other wheels. The thing is that expensive and cheap chairs, they all bring plasticky wheels and they just feel very clanky when you're rolling them around and use it on your space. So I always recommend rubber wheels because one, they are much easier for you to roll around and they don't scratch your floors. Even if you're on carpet, they don't get as stuck as much as those plasticky ones. And I was doing some 3D printing projects in my office and I put these ones also on my C-stands because they're so dope and they don't sit as high as other wheels out there. So if you look on Amazon, you are gonna find similar things like this, but they're not the same. And my friend Michael actually made an in-depth video about this, why these things are over engineering. So go check that video. He went way more in detail than I would, but these things look super dope and they're very high quality. And they're $33 right now with a 26% discount, so you can't beat it. Check them out. Next are EDC trays. I love EDC trays because I'm a person that sometimes I just have things on my desk, and the best way to just have them out of my sight is on an EDC tray or just having a place to organize things. I've used multiple EDC trays throughout the year. I use all wood one, all metal ones, and right now I'm rocking them with a mix of wood and metal from Balolo. But this a sleek version that I found on Amazon for $27 is this metal EDC organizer. It comes with a felt pad that you can magnetically attach so it doesn't slip around or fall over, and it also brings a divider for you to separate your compartments. This is a full metal body tray, and I love this thing because it kind of resembles sharp shapes that you can find on brands like Grovemade. So if you don't want to splurge on something like on a Grovemade, this thing will kind of get you close to it a little bit with a little bit more room for you to move things around. So go check it out as well. Now next is going to be this keyboard by Aula. I know it's not under $50, but it's typically $82 and it's at $62 right now. If you can afford it, I would recommend getting this thing because it looks so damn slick. I'm loving the look of this keyboard. I was seeing almost no key labels on top, but at the angle that you see it, you actually do see the keys, and it's the same keyboard that I use on the desk setup makeover. So if you want to see how it looks on a setup, go check out that video. I'm going to link it in the description below as well. So this one is a 75 keyboard that comes with gaskets and is hot swappable. So you could swap for much tactile or much linear switches. It's up to you. And it's also RGB backlit, and it comes pre-looped from out of factory with Reaper switches and PBT keycaps. And you can connect this keyboard via Bluetooth, USB, or any 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection. So that's it for this video, guys. I just wanted to give you some options for Prime Day, some things for you to think about. If there are things that you think I should have included in this list, put them in the comments below. Again, I am gonna have the link of this in the description below, and I am sharing some of these deals with the people in the community as well. So if you haven't yet, go check out our community below. I'm gonna leave the link as well. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys on the next one.